Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will learn about one more built-in function that is trim. So here I have created one program. So let's go through that program. So as usual, again we are writing the code in fully free format, and here we have specified some control option for the debugging purpose. From here, line number 12, we have started the declaration for variable. So here I have declared two variable. First one is technology and second one is result. And they both are of type character of length 20. Below to that, I'm assigning some value to the variable. So here you can see that to technology variable, I have assigned the string that is uh, two spaces, then rpgle and then two spaces. Okay, so it means like this string contains two spaces in the trailing position and two in the head position. Okay, trail position and head position, and below to that we are just displaying it as it is without using trim function, so that we can get the exact idea what is the difference between the trim and without trim. Now on line number 23 to 25, I have written the syntax for the trim built-in function. So here you can observe carefully, firstly you have to put percentage trim, and after that in opening parenthesis you can pass the source string. So whatever the string in which on which you want to perform the trim function, you have to pass it. Now the second parameter we are passing here is characters to trim. So this is the optional parameter. It is not mandatory to pass this every time. This parameter we can pass as per our requirement. So first of all, see like how we are using this without this parameter. Okay, so on line number 27, I'm using percentage trim function to trim the spaces. So now what is the purpose of using the percentage trim? Percentage trim function is used to trim the spaces from both the side, means it will remove the spaces from left side as well as from right side of the string. So I'm taking technology as a parameter or argument for this function, and after that it will trim the value or a string and return back to this variable result. And below to that we are just displaying the result and setting the star inlr equals to star on. So what will it do? It will remove these spaces from left side and from right side as well. So let's compile and see whether we are getting the output or not. So yes, we are getting the output, but here you can see that still there are some spaces, because this is the first time display, like this is the first command that we hit for display. And if I enter, this is the second time when we are using the trim function. So on the first time we are not using trim function, that's why it shows spaces, but on second time we are using the trim function, so that's why it removes the spaces from left or right side. But it might be possible that you see that there are still some spaces. Why? Because the length of our variable is 20, so that's why it add the spaces again to this variable. So but trim function is working properly, it removes the spaces, but again when we assign this value to 20 character field, then again it appends the spaces to that. So if you want to trim any variable, you can use trim function, and after that you have to take the proper size of the variable so that you can assign the value, trimmed value here. Okay, now we will see the use of second parameter. Suppose the string is like that, like we have dollar here. Okay, after this we have dollar, and on starting we have dollar, then in between we have dollar and a space. So what it will do, like here characters to trim, I will put like I just want to remove the or trim the dollar as well. So what I will do, I will pass the second argument as dollar in quotes. Now what it will do, it will remove the dollar as well as space, because I have put the space also in here. So it will remove the space and dollar from left hand side, but it will not remove the space and dollar in between the string. Why? Because we have trim function is trimming only the left or right position. So let's compile it and call it. So initially it shows the as it is a string, and if I enter it again, then it remove the dollar from left side as well as from right side. Similarly, spaces are also removed, but as we are assigning again back to the 20 character variable, that's why there is you can see few spaces. Okay, so and if you observe carefully, then you can see that in between dollar and a space is still there. It doesn't affect that because it affect or trim only the left and right side position. So that's how you can pass the second argument which you want to trim for your from your string. It could be anything like any character, any number value, but make sure that you pass it in inside the string. Okay, so we have two more function related to trim that we will discuss in the upcoming session. So for this session, it's all. That's all. So thank you for watching Lecture.